And now if you'd get comfortable where you're seated, I ask you to join me in meditation. Let's take a few love-abiding breaths together. And as you deeply breathe into this, sink deeper and deeper into the inner sanctum of your heart. And when you're there, if you don't already have your Christmas tree up in the lights, imagine that there's a Christmas tree there filled with countless lights. And as you just gaze upon those lights, feel the joy of what it represents. The Christ in you coming alive, standing firmly and rooted into divine awareness of who you truly are. Each light on that tree represents something you courageously had to move through, whether in this incarnation or in others. Every light on that tree. And you were successful. You were triumphant. You were victorious. You moved through it with grace, whether you were aware of it or not at the time. And the universe applauds you. Great job, as they pat you on the back. Great job. Now I want you to look at that tree and pick just one of those lights that you want to tune into this morning. Just pick one of them and ask to be shown what it was that you chose to manifest in that life and chose to courageously learn from it, forgive it, and move on. As I'm seeing myself in my experience, I'm surprised. I didn't know that I was that successful. And my heart is filled with gratitude. How about you? Let's pat ourselves on the back and speak to yourself. I love you. Say these words to yourself. I love you. I appreciate you. And I am grateful for everything, every attempt you have ever made to become liberated. and set free from limitations. And even though we're not where we want to be yet, remember those words, yet. We have to appreciate where we are in this very moment. Now take a deep breath and pick another light on that tree. Let it illuminate your mind and see another experience where you were triumphant, victorious, courageous, grounded in the light. Whether you were aware at that time or not. With appreciation, once again, to the very heart and soul of your being. Say what you need to see you there. Perhaps thank yourself for all the things you have chosen to learn, really remember. Everything you have chosen, appreciate the courage it took to call that before you. And to approach it head on, even if there was fear or doubt. But you did it. You stood in that divine power within you, that which you rarely give credit to. You stood there and you faced whatever it was. And your colors are gathered just like the stars in the sky for every victorious thing you have attempted to learn and succeeded, whether aware or not. Now step back in your mind and just look at the whole tree. Every beautiful light shining brightly. And say, that is me. Those lights represent everything I have chosen to endure, to walk through. It represents the bravery, the heartfelt willingness to call these things forth so that I could appreciate the glory and beauty of this well-lit tree, who is me. all this, which is leading the way to being unlimited, so that I can let go of every limitation that has held me back in any way of being, seeing, and accepting the grand and marvelous light that I am. Now let's share the warmth in your heart at this moment with each other. Now together, let's send that out into the world, to every living thing, including Mother Earth. And we bow before each other. We bow before every living thing. And we bow before Mother Earth. And we bow before the Christ God within us. And we say thank you for every breath you've breathed into me, for every heartbeat you have beaten within me. Amen. Now, with another deep breath, slowly bring yourself back to this waking state. Welcome back, everyone.